So welcome everyone to this session on React. In this particular session, we are going to talk about React Pure Components. I have an application up and running, a React application, default application up and running. And what we are going to do in this particular video is we are going to go back to the code and replace this component with a class-based component. So over here we have a functional component displayed. What we'll do in this particular session is we'll replace this functional component with first a class-based component. So I'll select entire component and I'll delete. Next, I'm going to put down a very small class-based component. So we'll use import React from React and we'll export by default a component, a class component named as app, which extends from react.component. Then we'll have a constructor. Inside a constructor, we'll define a state variable. So let's create a state variable, and before creating a state variable, we have to call a super constructor. We'll create a state variable having a counter variable. So this will have a counter which is marked as 0. Once the component is mounted, we'll create a lifecycle event which is component did mount, and inside component did mount, we'll create a interval. So we'll create a set interval. To this particular set interval, we'll pass some interval value or a function. So I want this to be invoked after every 1000 millisecond, which is 1 second. And after each second, what I'm doing is I'm setting up the state of this particular state variable counter equal to the same value, which is counter equal to 0. Once we have component did mount, I'll be writing a render function. Inside this render function, we'll be returning a JSX. This JSX contain a h1 tag saying current counter equal to this dot state dot counter. Over here we can see that the current counter has been rendered. What we'll do next is inside this set interval we'll put a console.log and I'll say interval invoked. And in the similar fashion, what I'll do is I'll put another console log message over here inside render. Let's save this component, get back to the application. Inside application, let's open up the console window. So every second we are calling the set state function, which is setting up the counter value again back to 0. And after each second, this interval is being invoked. And after each set state, we are calling this render function. So no matter, even if we are setting up the same value for our counter variable, this render function is getting invoked again and again. So in order to just verify this, what we'll do is we'll put a debugger over here. So we'll just put a debugger. Just save it, get back to my application, and we'll see that this debugger is getting hit for the very first time. Now let's move further. So after 1 second, you can see the set interval is being called. Then you are setting up the state again. As soon as you set up the state, the new value of counter is again 0. But then this particular debugger or this particular render function is again invoked because we are setting up the state. So every time when you call the set state, this particular render function is getting invoked, even if the value of counter does not changes. Now this is a problem that we want to cater over here, the problem of continuous rendering. I don't want my component to re-render again and again if the value of the counter is not changing. For that, we'll make a very small change and we'll go back to our code. This particular class component is extending from react.component. What we need to do over here is we need to just replace this component with .pure components. So as soon as you replace this component with pure component, we need to see what is the difference that we have in the rendering. Let's get back to the application. We have the same component getting rendered, and you can now see what are the console messages. Now every second this interval is being invoked, the set state might be getting called, but it is not calling back the render function. So the benefit of pure component over here is pure component sees that this particular value of counter variable that we have is not changing with time. So the value was initially 0, and from 0 set state was getting used in order to update it back to 0. So even when we were calling set state and we were updating the state of this particular component, the component or this particular pure component internally figured out that there is no effective change in this particular variable counter. So we need not to render this particular component. So that is how this pure component can be really beneficial. So if you are looking for a pure component from the terms of performance, So definitely there is a large performance boost if you are using pure components, but pure component is not the solution for each and every problem. It's not that you can go and replace each component with a pure component. There are certain restrictions. So I have elaborated all those restrictions and much more about pure component in this article of mine. You can find the link of this article below. And if you like the video, just subscribe to it. Thank you.